Welcome to today's video. Today I thought I would take you along for just a regular schmegular day in my life. I'm not doing anything exciting. I am just puttering around the house, but I thought I would bring you along, and I have some things that I want to get done. Some things on my to-do list are like watering the plants. I went grocery shopping yesterday. I need to organize some things in the cabinets. This is all tentative. It can all change in an instant. This is just what I hope to get done. I need to read the Bible. And I have a seasoning problem. Not a seasoning problem. I am a seasoning hoarder, and I have a seasoning problem as in I buy lots of seasonings just because I want to try them. So, okay. I love what started this is I love the Kinder brand and the buttery steakhouse seasoning. So I bought that, and then that started me on like this whole thing. Actually, what really started it was when we went down to Florida when my mom passed away. We stayed with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and my sister-in-law is obsessed with the blend Kinder seasoning, and she literally would not make burgers until the seasoning, like she ordered it from Sam's, and she would not cook the burgers until that seasoning got there because that's how much she wanted that seasoning on her burgers. And so I was like, okay, I have to try this. So I bought it, and now I use it on everything. Well, then that led to I saw a video from this woman, and she was using caramelized onion butter or something like that. And I was like, okay, so I need to try that one. And then they had this cowboy butter one. They had a poultry seasoning like butter one. Are you noticing a pattern here? They all say butter. But anyways, then that led to a basil parmesan and an Italian blend. I am really, really wanting to try. I know I should probably try the Italian one. Maybe I'll do half and half. Okay, so all of this to say that I am really thinking about making breadsticks for no apparent reason other than I want to try these seasonings on top of the breadsticks. So it's really ridiculous. Okay, but I have a problem, and this is where I really have a problem. So now you know I'm crazy, but I love seasonings. I love adding them to food. I love playing around with them. I don't know, it's a thing. I'm a seasoning hoarder. I mean, I have a drawer full of seasonings. I have seasoning on my counter. I have them in my cabinet. I have seasonings everywhere because I just believe in seasoning your food because it makes it so much better than just salt and pepper, in my opinion. So I that is some things that I am working on today. Again, will I get to it? I have no idea. I'm hoping. It's the coolest day that I'm going to have for the next few days. The next coolest day is on Tuesday. So if I want to do this, it's really got to be done today. And so that is one of the things I want to do. It has been so smoky here. Let me know down in the comments, are any of you affected by the wildfires and the smoke? I know we are one of the biggest affected by it up here in Michigan, but I don't know where you are and how it is where you are. So if you have also been affected by the smoke, leave me a comment down below and let me know. But the smoke has been really bad. I have seen several people talk about that they had ash on their car. This is coming from Canada, and it's just crazy that we're getting the ash and things from a wildfire that's not even here. But it is so I got the window open and the breeze coming through is so cool, and I am just enjoying it because it has been so hot. So we went from it being like 100 degrees to very smoky, and like the level of smoke is insane. It looked like a hurricane was about to hit outside a few days ago. If you live in a hurricane area, you know, like the sky looks like super orange out, like orangish grayish, and it just looked crazy outside. And the smoke is it's been a whole thing. So today I'm taking advantage of a cooler day and a less smokier day, and so I have all these things to do. Anyways, I've blabbed your ear off enough. Let's get back into the video, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get these breadsticks done. Again, I have no reason for cooking them. We're not having, I think we're having hamburger helper for dinner. But I mean, I guess you could have breadsticks with hamburger helper. I mean, you could, you know what? You can have breadsticks with anything. So really, it's not for nothing. But I really want to try this seasoning. That is so ridiculous. But if you've been around here long enough, you know that that's just me and that's who I am. So let's get started. I ended up switching this flour container, the flour jar, and the sugar jar, and I put it over here on this counter because I felt like it would be easier to bake and do things on this counter because it's just easier to clean off really quick. And so then I put the seasoning, the spice rack, whatever, the little seasoning carousel on the other counter cabinet on the other counter, and I put the other utensil holder right here. So I put those there, and I am gonna leave them there for a little while just to see how I like it and see if it works. I don't want to judge it right away because, you know, it's going to take a little bit to get used to, but I'm steady trying to get this kitchen the way that I like it and the way that it will function better. And then I've just been, you know, cleaning out these cabinets and moving my spices around because I have a problem, like I said. But anyways, and now I'm just watering my plants. I'm very sad because I had two. So one of the plants that I got not too long ago, I don't remember if I mentioned or not, but it ended up having spider mites, and I've been battling that. Well, I didn't realize, because I thought I got all the spider mites, that it had gotten to another plant, and so I have them quarantined and separated, but I think I'm going to lose at least one of them. It's one of my corn plants, and it makes me a little sad. Here I am. You guys, this is something that I will probably do, and you'll probably see over and over. I get bored with things, or I get ideas for things, and I just, if I don't try it, I'm never gonna be like, it's always gonna bug me. And I want a plant here that like vines, because I think that will be so pretty to have it like vine down this rack. And so I'm just playing around with like ideas of what I can put there. Nothing is set in stone anywhere in this house, basically, because nothing is safe. I'm always going to move things and try new things, but that's just how my brain is. Like, I just get bored and I want to move things around, and my furniture is pretty much like it's set where it has to be. So the only thing I can play around with is like these little things and this wall. And the wall is pretty set, like the pictures and stuff, but the shelf is driving me crazy because I cannot figure out how I want it. So you're going to see me playing around with this, and you're probably going to see this in almost every video. Maybe not, because I'll have to get things to like put here, but as I get them or accumulate them, you know, I'll play around with what I like. But that shelf is driving me crazy. And now these breadsticks were so good. I'm going to leave the link in the description. I have not baked hardly anything lately, And so this was so fun, and I love the way these turn out. I was so excited because typically when I make breadsticks, they are so ugly. I think it's because I make them mainly in the wintertime, because that's the best time to like bake is in the wintertime. But also it's the worst time to bake for me because it's so drafty, and so my breadsticks don't always turn out the best. So these turned out perfect. I was so excited, and they taste so good. So I'll leave the link in the description for you for the recipe, because yeah, they were very good, and I was very pleased with how they turned out. I can't remember if I mentioned or not, but just in case I didn't, I will be having a sourdough starter video coming out once it gets cooler, because my sourdough starter died. I was so sad. I've had that thing for like 4 years, and I was devastated. So that video will be coming out, and then I think that is pretty much all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope I gave you some inspiration, some motivation, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me and just this random Saturday where I just, did a little bit of homemaking things. And Lord willing, I will see you on the next one.